Hi everyone. I had a few key takeaways from this week's lesson. Some, the easy ones, basically Monopoly, not having any competitors, and one that we can think of off the top of our head would be ComEd, no competition. If we wanted to leave, the service with ComEd, who else could we go to? That's just like the sole person or sole company that we have. There's really no competition. Oligopoly, they compete basically with their competitors based on their price. For example, cigarette companies. So cigarette companies, their only competition is the few cigarette companies that are in this world, and basically they're in charge of the prices. One thing that I learned was that they can't collude and go against, basically against the law. It would be against the law, but just they act as a monopoly. So if all of those companies got together and said, hey, let's all charge a ridiculous amount for this, we're the only companies, like who's going to stop us? Obviously that's against the law. The thing that I took away from this lesson is that it's hard to monitor and have that hard evidence and say, hey, such and such and such and such is colluding, and they are increasing their prices because they know that these are the companies that, let's say, just sell cigarettes. But there's a lot of temptation out there, and they basically are kind of monitored and trusted to not collude and break the law. So I thought that was very interesting. Another one that I found interesting was monopolistic competition, and that's just, your competition is based basically on your location. So it depends on what people like in that area. So if there's an area maybe with predominantly a lot of Hispanics, and a lot of Mexicans, you want to open a Mexican restaurant, that restaurant might do well in that area. Or let's say you're opening up a surfboard shop in a surf town, that would work. It would do well. But let's say if you open that same shop, that surf shop in Chicago, would that do well? Probably not, considering, we don't have huge waves here. We don't have, a huge surf crowd in this area. So basically, your competition is made by your location. Uh, that's where what people like based on taste or what they do. That's your competition. So those were some interesting takes I got. There's a lot. I think the most interesting one was oligopoly for me, but I am excited to listen to your videos. I hope everyone has a great night.